All right, AP Environmental Science. Looking forward to seeing you guys in a couple of days when we go back to the yellow status, which means I'll see most of you on Thursday or Friday of this week. Again, but prior to that, I do want you guys to make sure you check the agendas each day this week because I'm going to have a lot of review stuff for your final on the agenda. So go ahead and open up your agenda today. I'm guessing you're already into that if you are seeing this video, but I just want to kind of go through a couple of things with you here that's in the review. First of all, before we get into that, again, the final exam is next week, and depending on which group you're in, it's going to either be on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. So again, it kind of depends. I posted that in yesterday's agenda, so go back and check that if you're not sure what day you're going to be taking the exam. But it's going to be 60 multiple choice questions. And we're going to have 15 questions approximately from each of the 4 units. So again, about 25% from each unit is going to be covered of the 4 that we went through the first semester. So real quick, there's a link here. If you click on that, it says general overview of the Unit 1 topics, and it's going to take you to this page. And I'm not going to read through this entire thing with you, but this I think is kind of important to look at before you start reviewing, just to give you an idea again of all the topics that we went through. So, for example, in Unit 1, we covered ecosystems. I covered like a brief overview of ecosystems, biomes, terrestrial and aquatic biomes. So it's been a while since we've covered that stuff. The carbon cycle, the nitrogen cycle, the phosphorus cycle, which I didn't cover in class very much. There's going to be a review video about that in your agenda today. The water cycle, hydrologic cycle. Then finally, primary productivity, trophic levels, energy flow, the 10% rule, and food chains and food webs. These last 3 here, 1.9, 1.10, and 1.11. I kind of covered those all together in one big lecture. But this is basically all the stuff that we went through for Unit 1. There's quite a bit of stuff here. And it's been a while since we've covered some of it, so it might be worth it just to quickly run through and go through these pieces of essential knowledge. Just read them because they kind of give us like the big idea of each topic. All right, so I would suggest looking over that stuff maybe today. It'll take you 5-10 minutes at most to read through all that stuff carefully, but again, I highly suggest you do that. All right, now going back to the agenda, what I'm going to kind of do for you guys, and I'm going to kind of leave it up to you as far as how much review you need to do or how much you want to do, but I'm not going to be blamed for not providing you with resources. So there are plenty of things to look over here. Practice review sets. Each one of these sets is 20 questions. Most of the questions I just kind of pulled off of old homework assignments, old quizzes. You've probably seen a lot of the questions before, but they cover a lot of the Unit 1 stuff. So, they're not for grades or just for practice. Each one of them I would think would take you no more than 15, 20 minutes. It might be a good idea today to maybe do one of them. Just do a practice set. Maybe this weekend or maybe a little bit closer to the exam. If you want to do the other 2, go for it. If you want to do all 3 of them today, you can do that as well, but I don't want to pressure anybody into having to, give me 2 hours of time working on practice sets, but I would at least get one of those done today. Below that, I've got links to all of my review videos. So, for example, if you want a quick review on the water cycle, click on the link, and there you go. There's my video that I gave you a couple months ago about the water cycle. Oops. All right, so all those video links are there. Links to all my PowerPoint slides. These are kind of the major lecture slides that I gave. If you want to look over that stuff, you can. I also put links here to 3 AP Daily videos. These were done by the College Board last year at the end of the year to help kids review for the AP test. And I mean, each one of these is like an hour long. You don't have to watch the entire thing, but and that's because they cover multiple topics. But feel free to watch those. One of them that I think is it might be important to watch is this middle one here. This is the one where they cover all the biogeochemical cycles. In this video, they do cover the phosphorus cycle, which I didn't really cover that much with you in class. I actually posted an AP daily video of it earlier in the year, but that one might be a good one to look over. But if you just want to hear the lectures given by somebody other than me, sometimes it's better to hear it from a different voice. Then by all means watch these. It's basically the same thing as my lectures. It's just presented in a little bit of a different way, a little bit of a different twist, and it's done by a different person. So again, those are provided for you as well. All right, I will post a Unit 2 review tomorrow. All right, so keep an eye out for that. But again, today, maybe give me 45 minutes to an hour today of just reviewing stuff from Unit 1. Trust me, it'll be worth your while to do that because, again, the final exam is worth 20% of your grade. So you don't want to bomb this test. It's big. If you do, it could drop you an entire letter grade or more. All right, I don't want to get to that point, but if you study, you'll be fine. All right, guys, have a good day. I will see you on Thursday or Friday of this week. Take care.